What's going on, everybody? This is Andrew with Mole Miners. We are at a property in which traps were set last week. We're gonna check them to see if we caught anything. All right, always grab just a few extra traps just in case you gotta set more. All right, so we've got two traps that are here, both with the pink stakes. One here, and then one down that way. So this one doesn't seem to be set off, obviously. But let's go ahead and see if the mole went underneath it. It looks like he did. So, the mole decided that he was going to dig what's called an under tunnel. And so what that means is, let's say the trap was set like this. He'll go ahead and come right up to it, feel it, and then go right underneath it. So this tunnel is now deeper than it needs to be. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and make sure all the dirt is out of this side of the tunnel and this side of the tunnel. And then we'll go ahead and reset the trap inside so that way he doesn't go underneath it again. But you can see even right here, all this right here is lumped up from activity. And he came all the way through there. But this seems to be the best place to hold him. And then it continues down all the way over to that trap with pink stake. So, let's do it. So I'm going ahead and reset this one because that one had the under tunnel. But this one over there, which I've moved to probably about 2 feet, foot and a half away from the other trap, just because that one was not set off and there was no under tunnel and it was damaged by rain. So this seems to be the best spot for it at this time, since there's no new activity on either side besides that. Now, I've talked before about the idea of setting your traps too close together and how you end up damaging the structural integrity of the actual tunnel if you set too close together. But in this particular case, because it has just rained over the last couple of days, and it's actually quite hold on, I'm looking at new activity right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. All this is mole activity. There's a tunnel coming right through, all the way through there. So I'm gonna set one right there. But anyways, like I was saying, when it comes to setting multiple traps in the same tiny stretch of area, you've got to make sure that you've got enough structure to the tunnel in order for it to hold up to what you need it to do, because the mole will know if something is off, and as a result of that, they will get discouraged from going through the tunnel, maybe patch the tunnel up and move on. Now, one of the things that's frustrating about moles is that what works with some moles won't work with others. And it has nothing to do with the species. It has to do with the temperament. It has to do with the activity that the mole is doing. You can set a trap in a particular way at one person's house and it'll catch the mole. And you can use that same technique at the next person's house and it won't catch the mole. So you have to adapt to what the mole is actually trying to do and the way in which the mole is showing you he's moving, so that you know how to properly set.